Hello trader, welcome to another weekly forex forecast for the upcoming week from 20th of January till 24th of January for the upcoming week. And as you can see, past week was extremely volatile and expecting this week as well significant movement in the market. So this is a complete multi-time frame analysis to see what kind of trading opportunity we have for the upcoming week for all of this instrument. As this is almost nearing to the end of the month and expecting also increased volatility. If we look at the calendar, we can see that if we look at the calendar, we can see upcoming week quite volatile. Coming up, JPY, Euro, GBP and dollar news coming up. And all those instruments we can expect significant movement for the upcoming week, and I will be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis for all of this. Guys, if you are enjoying every day all this analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So with that said, let's begin this week's weekly forex forecast. Okay trader, so let's begin from DXY. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this instrument on DXY, as this instrument is quite significant, and as based on DXY we can look for potential trading opportunity on British pound US dollar, euro dollar, AUD USD, dollar CAD, as well as on XAU USD. So let's begin first of all with looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. On DXY, we can see that from the monthly, this is a strongly bull market. Starting from here, there is a very strong impulse on the monthly, and with that monthly impulse, you can see this market so far has made a significant move, expecting for the price to come back here to the support level and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Looking at the weekly perspective on DXY, we can see that from the weekly, this is also bull market. Starting from here, we can see there is a very strong impulse followed by deeper correction. There is a weekly bullish engulfer followed by, we can see, another correction. And if we closely look at it, we can see the previous weekly candlestick pattern is a strong liquidity grab and a strong rejection. And you can see this is the weekly also doji formation. We can expect for this market to bounce back up from this level after a retest and to create a new higher high. So this week we might see initial pullback and then continuation to the upside. Now dropping down to the daily chart on, we can see this market on the daily as well. It's a bull market. And if we closely look at it, we can see from here, from this support level, the market is bullish, which is a daily important support level here. And we can see this is support here, support here, support here, an important level of support, expecting after initial pullback for the market to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Now looking at the 4-hour perspective on DXY, we can see that this is we can see there is a reversal pattern here and double top and then strong bounce, and that might be a sign of potential upside here. And what I think that with the market open, we might see initial pullback and then continuation to the upside to create a new higher high. So this is where, as soon as we will find suitable entry on DXY, we'll be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at GBPUSD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this instrument. Looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we can see that this is the 4th month that GBPUSD is bearish. Now we can see in this bearish market, the market trend is down and expecting for the price to continue to drop to create a new lower low. And from here, there is a very strong drop on the monthly. And what I think that GBPUSD, after initial pullback, we can expect for this price to drop again to create a new lower low. Now looking at the weekly perspective on British pound US dollar, we can see that from the weekly also this is bearish market. Starting from here, there is a strong drop followed by this pullback here with a liquidity grab, another drop followed by pullback, and the market trend is down, creating series of lower high and lower low, which is basically a strong downtrending market structure on GBPUSD. And what I think that this week, as you can see, there is a narrow bearish candle. We might see initial retest and then continuation to the downside. Now dropping down to the daily chart on GBPUSD, we can see that from the daily, this is a bearish market structure. Starting from here, a big drop, pullback, another drop, pullback, another drop, pullback. The market trend is down, creating series of lower high and lower low. And what we can expect for this market from the daily, the price to pull back and then to drop again to create a new lower low. So looking at the 4-hour perspective on GBPUSD, we can see there is a head, left shoulder and the right shoulder here on British Pound US dollar. And in that head and shoulder, what I think that we might see initial pullback and then continue to drop again. So as soon as we will find suitable entry on GBPUSD, we'll be looking for going short with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at euro dollar. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have. Now euro dollar, as you can see, like the GBPUSD, we can see it's a long-term downtrend. Starting from here on the monthly, we can see that this market is significantly bearish. From here, there is a very strong drop from the monthly. We can see back-to-back 4 months strong downtrend. And after this strong downtrend, the market from this support down resistance, expecting for this price again to drop again to create a new lower low. Now looking at the weekly perspective on euro dollar, we can see that this is a weekly price action here, which is basically a downtrending market structure. From here, a big drop, pullback, liquidity grab, another drop, pullback, liquidity grab. The market creating series of lower high and lower low. So we can see that there is a liquidity candle drop, and we can see another liquidity candle drop. It's forming series of lower high from the weekly, expecting for this market to drop again to create a new lower low. So looking at the daily chart on euro dollar, we can see it's a typical downtrending market structure here on euro USD. And in the typical downtrend, here is what we can see, that resistance line here, and in that resistance line we can expect for the price to, what I think that we might see further pullback and then to continue to drop to create a new lower low. So looking at the 4-hour perspective on euro dollar, we can see that in this local time frame, the market trend is down. There is a long wick candle here, a big bearish candle, and in that bearish candle, what we can expect for the price to continue to drop as there is a narrow doji formation here. We will be waiting for this price to retest and then to drop again. So as soon as we will find suitable entry on euro dollar, we will be going for short on with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at AUD USD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this instrument. Now on AUD USD, like the euro dollar and GBPUSD, it's a downtrend. We can see that this is a typical downtrending market structure here. And in the downtrend, as the market was testing and dropping down, expecting AUD USD to retest and then to drop again. And as if you look at the monthly, like the euro dollar and British Pound US dollar, we can see that it is also in a strong downtrend from the monthly. There is a doji formation, expecting for the market to drop and then to create a new lower low. Looking at the weekly perspective on AUD USD, we can see that this is a very strong bearish move here, followed by this pullback, another drop, pullback. The market is forming series of lower high and lower low on AUD USD. And what we can expect for the price to go ahead, retest, and then to continue to drop to create a new lower low. Now looking at the daily chart on AUD USD, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is a downtrend, is strong. And closely looking at in this daily perspective on AUD USD, what we can expect is for the market to go up for a deeper pullback and then to continue to drop to create a new lower low. So looking at the 4-hour perspective on AUD USD, what we can expect for the market to retest here and then to drop. So this is where we will be waiting for potential selling opportunity on AUD USD. Now let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have on XAU USD. Let's see where we can find opportunity here. Now on XAUSD, looking at the monthly chart, we can see this is a long-term bull market here. Starting from here, we can see this is a very strong impulse here, followed by this pullback. And with that pullback, what we can expect for the price from this level, there is a very strong impulse here, followed by deeper pullback on XAUUSD. And this is the monthly price action here. On the monthly, there is a monthly bullish candle, and in that bull candle, what we can expect for the market to come down for a deeper pullback and then to continue to rise to create a new higher high. Now looking at the weekly perspective on XAUUSD, we can see that this is a bullish market, and in that bull market, previous weekly candle is a doji, and in the doji price action, what we can expect for this market to potentially to retest on the weekly and then to revert back up again to create a new higher high. Now looking at the daily chart on XAUUSD, we can see that from the daily, this is a bullish market. Starting from here, an impulse followed by deeper correction, and we can see that another impulse followed by another deeper correction, and the market trend is up, creating series of higher high and higher low. So this is the daily price action here on XAUUSD. And in this daily market structure, what we can expect for this price to retest and then potentially to drop. What I think that we might see now potential downside here, as the market has rejected from the top. We can expect for this price to come back here to this support level. Now looking at the 4-hour perspective on XAUUSD, we can see that this is a very strong downtrend here with this inverted head and shoulder, a strong breakout, and followed by there is a long wick doji, which is a strong liquidity grab on XAUUSD. And after this strong liquidity grab, the market trend is up, and in that uptrend, what we can expect for the price to drop here to the support level and then to create a new lower low. So looking at the 1-hour chart, we can see there is a very strong head and shoulder formation, and with that head and shoulder, we can expect for the market to come back here to create a new lower low. So looking at the lower time frame here on XAUUSD, what we can expect for this market to drop here to this support level, and as soon as we will find suitable entry, we will be looking for going short with a high probability trade setup. So now let's see what kind of opportunity we have in JPY pairs. Looking at GBP JPY, what we can see that in this instrument, looking at the monthly chart on GBP JPY, we can see that this is the monthly price action on GJ, and in this monthly price action, we can see the market is forming series of lower high on the monthly, and from that monthly resistance on GJ, expecting for this price to break below to create a new lower low. So looking at the weekly perspective on GJ, we can see that from the weekly, this is a bearish market here. From this resistance line, there is a very strong rejection to the downside on GBP JPY, and with the rejection, what we can expect for this price to come back here to this support level and to create a new lower low. Now looking at the daily chart on GBP JPY, we can see that from the daily, this is a triple top formation here on GJ, and with the triple top from the daily, we can see a very strong downtrend starting from here, a big drop, pullback, another drop. The market trend is down, creating series of lower high and lower low. Now looking at the 4-hour perspective on GBP JPY, we can see that this is a very strong downtrend here. From this resistance, the market is forming series of lower high and lower low. So with that downtrending market structure on GJ, expecting for this market to continue to drop to create a new lower low. So looking at the 1-hour chart on GJ, what we can expect for this market to potentially to grab liquidity and then to drop. So we'll be waiting for an upside bias here and then expecting for the market to come back down to create a new lower low. Now let's look at dollar yen. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in this instrument. Looking at the monthly chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the monthly, after this monthly bullish candle, there is a monthly narrow doji formation so far, and I think the dollar yen may remain narrow in that zone on the monthly. We might see even a monthly doji formation. Therefore, what I think the dollar yen, we might see a retest of the monthly resistance and then to drop back down again to create a new lower low. Now looking at the weekly perspective, we can see that from the weekly, this is a bullish market structure. Starting from here, a very strong impulse followed by deeper correction, and we can see another impulse, and we can see there is a narrow back-to-back 2 weekly doji formation. And with a narrow 2 weekly doji, this is the weekly long wick candle, and expecting dollar yen to bounce back up from this level to create a new higher high. Now dropping down to the daily chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily, this is a bullish market structure as well. And in this bull market, this is an important level of support here on dollar yen. And in that support, if we closely look at, we can see that this is a support here, resistance here, support here. This is also an important level of support. And in that support, what we can expect dollar yen for the market to retest and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Looking at the 4-hour perspective on dollar yen, we can see that from the 4-hour time frame, this is an inverted head and shoulder here. And with that inverted head and shoulder, expecting for this market to bounce back up, and then to as you can see, this is the 4-hour, and there is an inverted head and shoulder, long-term uptrend. The market grab liquidity from this support, expecting for this market to create a new higher high. So this is where on dollar yen, as soon as we will find suitable entry, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Traders, I hope that you enjoyed this important weekly Forex forecast. If you enjoyed, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.